Once again, welcome to the Oregon-California Trail Center here in Montpelier, Idaho. I am the Wagon Master Texas Jeff and your guide along the Oregon Trail. Today I will be talking about a couple of the tools that were carried along the trail, primarily the rifle and a sidearm. This rifle is it's a muzzle loader. It is an 1853 Enfield rifle. It was primarily used during the Civil War, primarily by the Confederates and also by the Union. It was the most popular, most used rifle during the Civil War. But along the Oregon Trail, it was mainly used for hunting and some protection. Now, the reason it's called a muzzle loader, the bullet, powder were both loaded from the top of the muzzle down to what was called the breech or the hammer. Now, the powder would have been carried in what's called a horn. This is actually a cow's horn. It would be filled with powder, and then you would measure your powder into this measurer. What you would do, you put your finger over the end, open up the door, turn it down so that the measurer would fill, release the door, pour your powder into the barrel of the muzzle. Now, for safety reasons, the weapons I have are replicas. They're not actually going to be loaded or fired, again, for safety reasons. Now, once you had your powder measured and poured, you would take a wad, which is a small piece of cloth, such as this. It would be placed on the tip of the muzzle. Your bullet would then be placed on top of that, pushed down a small way into the barrel, and then you would take the ramrod and ram it down, tapping it 3 or 4 times to make sure that it was securely seated. Next step, take the hammer, pull it back 1 click. This is called half cocked. It also is a reason for the saying, don't go off half cocked. The next step would be to take a small percussion cap, place it right here, what is called the nipple, pull your hammer back to full cock, and you're ready to fire. Now, the reason for the saying you don't go off half cocked, if it's loaded and you were to pull the trigger now, it's not going to fire. Therefore, don't go off half cocked. The rifle, like I said, was mainly used for hunting, sometimes for protection, and pretty much every male along the trail from the ages of 12 and up would have carried a good rifle, mainly because you were probably going to need to hunt sometime along the trail. Now, the other tool was the sidearm. Not many immigrants actually carried them, but many of the wagon masters and trail scouts like myself would carry them. This one, it is a replica, non-firing, of the 1849 Colt Dragoon. It is what is called a ball and cap gun. Basically, it also has to be loaded with powder from the front end of the cylinder. You take your hammer, pull back 1 click, again, half cocked, so that the cylinder can turn. You fill your cylinder with your powder here, putting in your wad and shot. Turn it 1 click so that that cylinder is aligned with the barrel. This rod would pull down, which would act as the ramrod. You would do that for each 6 in the cylinder. Once that was done, there is a nipple on the inside. You would put your percussion cap here, turn the cylinder, and do that for all 6 cylinders. Release your hammer down easily. Your gun is loaded. You have 6 shots. Now, again, they were mainly used as tools. They were not seen as things of menace or violence. They were tools. Again, the rifle was used for hunting, protection. The sidearm, again, was mainly used by the scouts and folks such as me as the wagon master to protect the wagon trains and also to ward off any wildlife that might come too close and threaten the train. The hunting part of it, you would have looked for buffalo, deer, even small game such as rabbit, fox, things like that, when if and when you ran out of dried meat that you were carrying. So, these were 2 of the big tools that were used, again, primarily for hunting and protection. I know a lot of people think, oh, you were probably using it to protect yourself from the Native Americans along the trail. Not so much. Most of the Native American tribes were friendly and actually helped the immigrants across. Most of the protection had to become from within the wagon train. Arguments between immigrants would break out. So, we have displays here that you can actually touch and look at here at the Oregon Trail Center. So, if you think you're ready to come and take this adventure known as the Oregon Trail, please come see us. Come see me, Texas Jeff. I'll guide you along the trail, and we will welcome you here with a great big wagon's hug.